What's good? Yes, sir. Let's chop it up. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Gregory White in the building. God dog, man, McGong. McGong ain't in the right spot. What's good? Yes, sir. Let's chop it up this morning. Gregory White in the building. Smash the like button on the way in. And let's talk about this most famous boxer in the world, man. Who's the most famous boxer in the world? How you like it? How you like it? How you like it? I just want to wonder how many people are going to come out with corny videos asking people in the middle of the street if they know Deontay Wilder anymore. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny how that works? Telling you, God don't like ugly. That's what they say. God don't like ugly. I know because I've been ugly a time or two and it always slaps you. I hope you don't think me rubbing this in your face is being ugly. Nobody knows Wilder. What's going on, Gregory Wyatt? CVP Jr. Buddy Lee Love Sr. What's good, man? Slip the jab. I know I got to hit Gregory Wyatt up again. Gregory Wyatt. No, not Raja. What's going on? CB Sports TV. Please subscribe to CB Sports TV. Slip the jab in the building. What's going on? Slip the jab. Cursor. What's going on? Michael James. Derek McKee. Hyphy in the building. What's going on? Sean Snowden. Lynn Mad. The L Fighter. Gregory White, what's going on? Eugene Williams, salute. What's good? Oh, buddy, yeah, you catching the show. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you can make it. Tony Dore, what's going on? Wealth and blessings to you as well. Macadon 1, Zion Love, DJ S, what's going on? Nassim the Dream, Gregory White, Jeff the producer, Harold Jones, what's good? Oh, we got people coming up in the building this morning. All right. Kane the bad guy said time for Fannon to rub it in somebody else's face, all in your face. Dog, that shit. I woke up this morning. What's going on? Ali Boso in the building. Smash the like, says Michael James. Brandon S. Kurt Carr. Jamal Wright. Big homie, what's good with you? Where my wrench? Oh, did you lose your wrench? I don't know. I'll put it back. There you go. Don't abuse it. Ha ha. I don't know what happened with that, man. I did get rid of some wrenches because I ain't seen some people in a long time, and people were acting funny with people's stuff. Mr. Tiptoe, what's going on? Sean Jones, Ali Vosa, what's good for Nine and the company? Me and my daughter's sick. Me and my sick daughter here. Listen, oh man, I hope she feels better. Please feel better, little Voso. What's blazing in sports? What's good? Yes, sir, Mighty Quinn, Dante Watkins, Jr. Kenobi, Macadon 1. I think I'm getting to the end of this. SMA. What's going on, Mr. J Dog? Talib Cunningham, man. Salute to South Carolina from Texas. My name is Max. What's good, Max? Max. Got it. Max. Max. All right, I'm gonna try my best to remember that. Buddy Lee Love said they wanted Wilder on the app to slow down his visibility and rise to stardom. Oh man, hey man, I had a thought on my own, but about that too. But let me get Calvin Johnson, my man. Much love to you as well, man. Shout out to the whole LDBC. Yes, sir. Anthony Ingram, General Squirrels, Gregory White, Jamal Allen, Will Magic Man. Everyone, what's up? What's up? What's up? Omega Red says showing the love to the LDBC fan. Teach, brother. Oh yes. And salute to King Louis too, and around the world. All right. I need retraction videos from you bums. I need retraction videos. Everybody making videos showing some old ass footage saying nobody knows Deontay Wilder in the United States. You need a retraction video. And to boot, this is the world. It wasn't who's the most famous boxer, active boxer in America. It was who is the most famous boxer in the world. The UK is part of the world. The UK is part of the world. What's going on with the AJ Global Superstar stuff? He's a global superstar. Hey, how are you going to let this little country boy, some dude from Alabama, outshine him? Oh, like all up from the mud and everything. I mean, come on, man. He was walking down the street the week before last and nobody knew him. How'd this happen? No, this came out some days ago. But we know we was on the Errol Spence Jr. stuff, the Errol Spence and Mikey stuff. So, I really didn't have time to focus, to focus my attention on y'all. I need some, man, I'm needing these apologies. You can be better than the Mikey Garcia fans or the fake Mikey Garcia fans. The people just wanted to rub, hoping that Errol would lose and talking crap ahead of time just so they could say that I told you so when they didn't believe it. You can at least come up and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fannon, for all the messages I left you saying nobody knew him. Message, he's the A side. AJ's the A side. How's he the A side if he's not as famous? Can somebody explain this to me? How's AJ the A side if he's not as famous as the B side? That don't work like that. You cannot be the A side if you're not as famous, right? Ain't that what you said? Wilder needs to raise his profile. Seems like right now, somebody named AJ needs to raise his profile before he deserves that fight with Wilder. Ain't that how it go? Ain't that how it goes? Or did the rules change? What's going on? Dave Price said Lane Tech. What's going on, man? Hey, didn't you went to Lane Tech? Lane Tech repping in the DFW now, bro. Salute to the Don. Shout out Pugilism and Politics, Urban Intellectuals, Mental Speak Radio checking in. That's what's good. Hey, David Price. What's that? Didn't Godfrey go to Lane Tech? Aren't you guys in the green? Is Lane Tech in the green? Because I think Godfrey went to Lane Tech, man. Yeah. I think that cat Godfrey went to Lane Tech, man. I used to hang out with some dudes from Lane Tech back in the day. What's going on, Jimmy Bernard? Get your profile up, AJ. That's what we're gonna need, man. Oh, Duke said you need to hit that gong, bro. There you go. That's that grow. Hey, man, seriously, AJ, we need you to do something, man. We need you to do something, dog. We need you to do something. We need you to get that profile up, man. It was looking like it was going to be a real big fight. You look like your profile was growing. You're doing a lot of big things in the UK, man. You were on your way. And then all of a sudden, some little country boy just blew right by you. It was like you were standing still. You know what I'm saying? Like you were just going, you were chugging along, and all of a sudden some dark-skinned blur just went right by you. Like, fuck happened, dog? Hey, Sugar Fantastic, dog. Eric Jenkins said, I'm sorry, Wilder's the absolute king of boxing. Oh, he is right now because he's the heavyweight. He's the heavyweight. Yeah, but everything they say, his profile is rising, dog. It's rising. Come on, man. Late bloomers are a mug, ain't they? Ain't them late bird? That late bloomer stuff is a killer, huh? He kind of like Scottie Pippen. Went to college. He was only 6 feet tall. You turn around, sophomore year, he's 6'7". All of a sudden, you got a first-team All-American playing for Central Arkansas. Wouldn't even have seen it coming, huh? Yeah, man. Tyson get a little bit more known. What's going on? The Pitbull in the building. Hey, you gonna buy a Pitbull, man? You need to check out Tito. You need to check out Chico Lopez, king of the American Pitbull Terrier, the real American Pitbull Terrier. Matthew Valentine, shout out to you, man. This is tremendous work. Thanks, Bomb Squad. Till this day. Hey, man, I'm just loving it, dog. I'm loving it. That's my dude. Never met him, but man, I'm happy for you, man. Woodstar TV, what up, Fannon? Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Yeah, you know what, man? Woodstar, I do not know how I don't know how I got unsubscribed. I've been subscribed to your channel. I watch your, hey, man, subscribe to Woodboard TV. God dog, man. Make sure I don't mispronounce your shit because I just left it. Wood Be More TV, Woodstar TV. You changed your name, wasn't it? Wood Be More before? But anyway, Woodstar TV, man. I've been subscribed for a while, man. I check your shit stuff out all the time, man. You was killing them on that on the Errol Spence Mikey Garcia fight. I've been subscribed for a while, man. Salute to you, Thomas Moreland. Eric Lord, what Wilder has is hard to qualify at Trump skills more times than not. Nah, dog, you know what he has that AJ does not have? more than anything else. The one thing, oh yeah, yes, changed my name. Yeah, I thought Woodstar TV because it's like it would be more TV. Man, I've been subscribed to you shit for a long ass time, dog. Me and used to chop it up. It's just I got crazy busy and shit. So I wasn't able to leave as many comments. And plus, when I leave comments on people's channels now, you know, people come with all kind of crazy stuff, and I don't want to go back and forth. So I just watch. A lot of times I won't leave. Yeah, no. You know what he has? He has a fucking personality. It's called a personality. Okay, that's what Deontay Wilder has that AJ does not. Deontay Wilder has a personality. He has a care. He has a. If you listen to him talk, you know what he's about. He has a personality. Adrian Bronner has a personality. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has a personality. Muhammad Ali had a personality. These guys have personalities. Personalities. Like, hey, man, I like that dude. I know what that dude's about. Deontay Wilder is scary. I mean, when he goes off, that dude is scary. You can tell, and I say this. Whose tube is this mine? Am I blocked? You're not going to be blocked for long. I don't think you are. Hold on one second, man. I got to do something. While I'm going to talk about this, while I go check to see whose tube is this mine, I hope somebody didn't block whose tube is in mine. He has a personality, man. He has the ability to talk to somebody and have them be engaged or either like or dislike his personality. Either you like it or you don't like it, but you're going to have an opinion on it, dog. You're going to have an opinion on his personality. You're going to have an opinion on what he thinks. I'm telling you, man, like this dude came to me, man. I'm sorry, man. I got to go. I'm going to try my best to get this right now. I don't know why you would be blocked. Whose tube is this mine? That is sacrilegious, dog. Please do not. You can't. Whose tube is this mine? Oh, you know what might have happened? Oh, whose tube is this mine? You know what might have happened? I gave you a wrench, and I might have, instead of giving you a wrench, I might have blocked you, dude. Because I just gave you, and I was like, how does whose tube is it mine not have a damn, I've got so many people blocked. Whose tube is this mine? Hey, whose tube is it mine? Just understand, man, I'm gonna get you out of there, dog. It'll take me. I got to get rid of a lot of these blocks. I just have so many people blocked. If I can't see it real fast, it's going to take me like 10 minutes to go through here and get rid of everybody. Man, I need to hire an assistant to go through my block list. Wrenches don't play, dog. Yeah, whose tube is mine? I don't. And they don't even list these things like, damn it. If they would list them in order, you could see who the last person that got blocked was, but they don't do it. And they don't have it in alphabetical order either. It's just a hodgepodge. They just be throwing people's name in there any old place. I don't know if it's not even color coded, dog. It's crazy. Yeah, whose tube is this mine? I'm going to go through and get you out of there, man. You shouldn't be blocked, but I can't see it right now because I got like 1,000 people blocked. Sorry, man. What's Blazing Swords for 9? Meant to give him a wrench, but ended up smacking him with it. Ha ha. It was an accident. Oh, did you unblock him? Did you unblock him? Oh, you said me. Oh, no. For now, I meant to give him a wrench, but ended up, yeah, I was a mistake, dog. All right, so look, man. Yeah, I'm going to get back. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. What's good for now? Didn't get your notification. Shake my head. Sorry about that. You know, it is what it is, man. Hit that like button, man. We in the house now. So, yeah, man, let me get back. What's Control F? What? You got a way to do it? Oh, Control plus F, then type in the name? For real? I don't see how I can do that there, dog. Control. Damn, I got to get back. Control plus F. Oh, no, they don't do it. Bring some other shit up. All right, well, we got to work it out later, man. I'm going to get them. Oh, shit, I think I just closed out the page. I just closed. I'm having technical difficulties right here, man. I'm screwing everything up. I got to go back to my live stream now. But anyway, man, dude got a personality, man. That's the problem, dog. Hey, man, this guy Will Gunn says, holy crap, I'm sincerely embarrassed for you guys. You may as well say the sun revolves around the earth. Laughing at it. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? How can you, AJ fans, see something put in a reputable, somebody that is, it's ESPN. But you believe the sun revolves around the earth. That's like believing ESPN is like saying the sun revolves around the earth. Man, people are so blinded by propaganda, dude. They're just so blinded by propaganda, man. If somebody can show you where something is the case, they still won't believe it and say, I don't like how that sounds. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. Yeah, whatever, dog. You funny, dog. Hey, what's going on? What's Blazing Sports? Been a fan of your work for a while now. Keep it up. Thank you, What's Blazing in Sports. Also, subscribe to What's Blazing in Sports. He said the guy believe in flat earth, man. These cats be tripping. There's a little window. Control F. Yeah, it didn't do it for me. It didn't do it for me. God dog, it didn't do it for me. And I want to get him out of there, but there's got to be a better way to do it. So I do. There's a little window that comes up. Oh, man. I got to get Woodbourne. I mean, I got to get Whose Tube Is This Mine in there. I'm going to dedicate another minute or two to this. Okay, let me get rid of this bottom screen. And you say hit Control F. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, yeah. Whose Tube? Cool. Okay, 1 for 3, but I don't see. Oh, who got time? Oh, that's how you do it. All righty now. Thank you. Nah, Whose Tube is it? Is not blocked, dog. No. You're not blocked, dog. Who's got time? Rah, who? The one who doubts the pain. Who's got that's it? Those are the only people that are hidden users. Man, thank you, man. Gone to people that save me hours of my day. God, dog, Whose Tube Is Mine should not be blocked. Nah, Whose Tube Is, you're not blocked, dog. That's crazy. It's not in there. Control F10. Thank you, man. God, dog. Thank you so much. That is maybe glitching. Yeah, man. God, dog. Thank you. You got to tell you, man, that shit was such a pain to be looking through that, man. Hey, I got you. Marlon So Icy Sims. Damn, how everybody else know that shit but me? I sound stupid. I feel real stupid. I see it. All he sees is a whole lot of 78 trannies in there. I got everybody in the LDBC as a tranny at some point in time. No, he sent me a Gmail. He sent me a Gmail. He didn't send me The darkness has fallen. I am stupid. Yeah, let me get back on me being stupid. Let me get back and being stupid. Yeah. Let me tell you what I do. I would tell you that I know exactly how those guys got that calculation and they said that Deontay Wilder was the most famous. That's because they laid out some criteria, their own personal, what they believe is the most important, and they calculated the numbers and they wrote an article about it. I know what they did, just like what y'all do when you tell me how much money Anthony Joshua made. And you ain't got a damn idea in the planet, dog, how much money he made. What's going on, Jessamar? Which is why every time I talk, because I will talk about that money now. I will say what I hear about what people make, but every time I do, I say that's what the reports say. I don't see his bank account. But I don't understand why you guys can't give the man credit for knowing how to count. I mean, how I mean, I know you don't like him. But God dog, he does know how to count to 12 at least. 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, 4 round, 5 round, 6. He can count to 12. So he knows what a larger number is, right? Can you get a man that? You don't know what that dude's getting. And if he took a deal with Showtime, he wanted to take the deal with Showtime. I'm not going to cry about it. It costs me less money. And I don't have to listen to y'all be smug. What you're really mad about is that you can't be smug. You can't be smug. When y'all thought he was going to take some money, what you AJ say? What your AJ fans say? Tell me what you said. I'll tell you what you said. You said, "Oh, Master Eddie. So Master Skippy is a better slave master than Master Eddie, huh?" That's what you said. You had all those lines ready. And I said, I don't know what he's going to sign. I don't know where he's going to sign. But if he doesn't sign with DAZN, it's because he got a better deal somewhere else. Why else would you not sign? No, but he's just stupid. Really? Who's stupid? He read his contract, went through it, had the conversation, and decided to go somewhere else where he had another conversation with somebody else that put some paper in front of him that he read and he consulted with. He knew all the facts and made a decision. You know none of the facts and are making a decision. Really, who's stupid? Who's stupid? Hey, morning, Fannon. What's going on, man? I hope all's well with you as well, man. No more fake if this fake ass 50 million. Dog, Deontay Wilder said they offered him 50 million. I heard him ask for it. I heard Deontay Wilder said, "Hey, man, we offered him 50 million." That's what I heard them say. I heard people on their side say they saw it. But I don't care. So what? Anthony Joshua's not known. Anthony Joshua's not known. I mean, who cares? Deontay Wilder didn't, all that stuff that was going on, it all worked out for Deontay Wilder. I'm glad AJ didn't take that money. Now, because Deontay Wilder's now more famous than him. He's more famous. He's the most famous active boxer. He's more famous than Manny Pacquiao. He's more famous than Tyson Fury. He's more famous than Anthony Joshua. I want to know why Tyson Fury's more famous than Anthony Joshua. And don't tell me about some they're using the wrong criteria, because you guys used to use the same criteria. Google searches. That's what you used to do. In mid 2018, late 2017, early 2018, that was the same argument that AJ fans were using. That look at the Google trends. Look at how many people are looking for Anthony Joshua in Google Trends, which is Google's analytics tool to pull out information about whose name is being mentioned the most on the internet, which, by the way, goes all around the world. Now, you were using that crap. If that crap works for AJ, why didn't that crap work for Deontay Wilder? You remember? Deontay Wilder doesn't even have a fan base. Nobody talks about him. Yes, I play chess badly, Super Gang. I haven't played chess in a while, man. My son be beating the piss out of me. But yeah, I know how to play. Yeah, I haven't played chess in a while, but yeah, man, I went several years of playing chess all the time. Yes. Why am blocked? You're not blocked, dog. If you can't say nothing if you blocked, homie. Fury famous for rising from the dead. Live with it, dog. Now, what's it? Max said being more famous doesn't mean better. It's not a reach. What, Max? Not being more famous? Oh, no, you don't get away with that, dog. Let me make sure. I got to go back to this. Oh, what you talking about, dog? Hold on. Now you're reaching. He's the Google champ. Yes, he is. Yes, he is the Google champ. He's the WBC champ. He's the Google champ. He's the ESPN champ. He's the most popular champ. He's the most famous champ. He's the longest reigning champ. He got a whole lot of different types of champs, homie. Whole lot of different champs, dog. Whole lot of different champs. And you got to sit on it, dog. That's what you should. If you wouldn't have talked all that crap about Deontay Wilder, start with when it flipped, you might have ground to stand on. All the arguments you guys are using are arguments that were already used against him. So when he flipped it, now you got to sit in it. And you can't be taken seriously. You can't be taken seriously. I used to take you seriously. I used to be like, let me look at the numbers. Let me research what this guy's saying. Let me make sure I understand. Now you're just a joke. Now you're all just a bunch of jokes. You heard what Stephen Espinoza said. Stephen Espinoza said, the rumors of our demise are greatly exaggerated. Greatly exaggerated. We've got plenty of money. That's what, see, did Stephen Espinoza say that? We got plenty money. And he wanted to talk shit. Stephen Espinoza wanted to talk shit, but he can't really talk shit because that's not his style. You know, he ain't got that flow. He can't get up on the mic. He got to be, he's got to be, not suit and tie because I don't even think he had a suit and tie. As relaxed as he can get is wearing a collar. He wanted to be like, fuck Eddie Hearn, bitch ass. He signed with me because we got the dough and you guys ain't got nobody watching your fucking channel. So suck on it, dude. And this cat's more popular than you. And we helped him get there. And I'm going to slap the shit out of Paulie Malignaggi the next time he covers a fight. So fuck you, Eddie Hearn. That's what he really wanted to say. That's the Fannon interpretation. That's the Fannon interpretation of what Stephen Espinoza said. He was like, welcome, everybody. We signed. You see this? There ain't no mystery to this. Look down in the left-hand corner. You see that little logo in there? It says Showtime. And I'm here. So that tells you what the decision is, bitches. We got the champ. The champ ain't going nowhere. We paying him a whole bunch of money. He's going to be rich for a long-ass time. Suck it, okay? For you fake-ass bums. That's what he meant to say, just to let you know. Edward said, why is Wilder worried about how much AJ is getting, but says that Wilder is getting is equal to 50%? Where's the proof of that? Eddie Hearn. Dog, Eddie Hearn just a liar, dog. He's just a liar, dog. You know we need to worry about him. Outlaw Jr. in the building. He has no right. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the Fannon explanation of what he said, dog. I speak corporate American. I can translate for you. Anthony Johnson said, it's funny that Aram said both Wilder and AJ need to raise their profiles more to fight Fury, only for his own network to drop that list. Oh, Bob don't care. Bob don't care. Bob's the OG. He don't care. He ain't having that fight pop off anyway. He got a scared dude. He's like, look, man, I'll protect you. Tyson, don't get your head knocked off. Come on, man. Sit back there. I'll pay you a couple $1 million, fight a couple of these dudes. Okay? Let some time go on. Let it percolate. Okay? But I do need you on the network because we don't have very many fighters. So you can be my best heavyweight. I'm looking for a part-time heavyweight fighter. Are you willing to are you applying for the position? That's all that is, dog. Oh, Say Cruisin said it was Paulie's fault. Fury thinks he has a moral victory. Yeah, dog. I mean, Paulie is just without it, dog. Speedo Smith. I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love this comment, dog. Wilder is a yes man doing what he's told. Ness didn't call Wilder out when Wilder gave Ness the duck comments. What? Go to the Boxing Voice and argue about something that Ness said. This ain't the Boxing Voice. This is the Fannon Voice. Ness is more than capable of talking about. Go talk to him, but go talk to him if you can get his time. Because more than likely you would troll and he's just going to like skip right by you. Okay? Regardless, dog, Deontay Wilder does what he wants to do. But I'll tell you what, if he is a yes man, he ain't Eddie's yes man. He ain't DAZN's yes man. He ain't Sky Sports yes man. He's saying yes for somebody else. He said no to DAZN. So for all that yes man you talking about, he said no. He said no. DAZN, no. ESPN, no. So look, those are 2 no's for 1 yes. 2 no's. So you might not be that quick. 2 no's. 2 no's to ESPN and DAZN. So that's 1 yes, 2 no's. Live with it, dog. Live with it. What's going on? True Speaker says, salute Fannon. I hope Wilder versus AJ fight this year. I'm going to tell you straight up, dog. Yeah. They say this is Fannon's voice. So for real, man, go. Dude, first of all, I doubt very much that Wilder did that on the boxing voice. I doubt it very much. Because you guys are always misinterpreting shit. I used to do videos trying to interpret dumb shit for dumb people. Like, that's not what he said. Nope, that's not what Frank Warren said. Frank Warren specifically said that the $50 million was not contingent on what's that do? What's the channel on BT being involved? No, he didn't say that. You just listened to 2 words and ran with it and ran to your computer, started typing. No, he didn't say that. But, you know, I'm not going to take your word for it that that's what Deontay Wilder said and start arguing with you about something Deontay Wilder more than likely didn't do and didn't say, because you guys are liars. You on record, man. You guys just got a track record of lying, a track record of being wrong. You've got, what month is it? March of 2019? How many months ago was May of 2017? Right? April, May. Okay, so that's 10 plus 12. You got 22 consecutive months of sounding like a jackass and being wrong time after time after time after time after time. You, Johnny Nelson, Tony Bellew, Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn, the Smith, not the guy from Sky. He ain't really never said anything stupid. Those are the biggest number 1 moronish ass. I mean, as it relates to that, Eddie Hearn is not a moron. Johnny Nelson is, he's probably not a moron. He's, you know, a knockoff Idris Elder looking motherfucker, but I ain't gonna say he ain't stupid. He's stupid, but y'all been wrong. Time and time again. God, dog. And you guys even try to tell me I'm wrong, and I be hedging the shit. Dog, this is how I know you guys don't know what you're talking about, dog. Let me get to this. Let me tell you why I know you don't be knowing what you're talking about. All right? Because I hedge what I say so much that you cannot pin me down. The smartest of you will say this. Fannon, you like a chameleon. And I be thinking, you fucking right. I never commit. I don't commit. That's my fucking job. I never commit. I will tell you what I think could happen, and there's a small chance something else can happen, but it's just my opinion, and I don't have the data. I don't have the actual facts in my hand to verify whether or not this money was actually this money. All I'm doing is reporting on what I'm telling you is what the report was. I'm telling you what somebody said, which is a fact. They factually said it. I can't verify whether or not they're telling the truth, but I can damn sure verify that they said it. That's why you never catch me on shit, because I'm not stupid. You all, and I'm loving it, you all just keep time and time again taking what Eddie Hearn says, taking what the Sun says, taking what the Mirror UK says, and doing a fucking Flojo down the track with the shit. Get out of here, dog. I'm loving it. From the UK, Wilder's True Matchroom and AJ are a joke. That's what's up. Oh my God, man. And AJ, let me just tell you something. You guys are in the LDBC. If you're in the LDBC, you know, hit the LDBC thing real quick, just so I know how many people that are really in the LDBC are here. Because this is really for the LDBC. Man, I cannot wait till the dirt hits the fucking surface on Anthony Joshua. I can't wait. I can't wait when it hits the deck. Because when it hits the fucking deck, just Listen to what 78 says. That's all I'm going to say. Listen to what 78 says. Yes, sir. A bunch of LDBCs in this mug. LDBCs for days. We running the LDBC. Swoo. That's kind of like that's the LDBC roll call right there, dog. Just rah. It's going down. I'm telling you, it's going down. Dog. When they say go, oh, dog. That popularity is going to go boom. That shit's going to hit like, I'm reading these graphs. You know, these graphs like, you know, the like a stock graph. Like, you know, generally the stock go up, go down a little bit, go up, go down, go up. Recession, boom, flat lines. This is AJ's trajectory. Boom, flat line. That shit's going to flat line. All you're gonna hear is this. Boop, boop. You know what that is? What's the sign? What's the sound right here? Boop, 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 boop. Bang. Bang. Ma. The day of the sweet vindication is coming, dog. Oh, yeah. The day, EKG, baby. The day is coming. The day's coming. And he ain't going to recover from that. So, yeah. That's what I'm talking about, dog. That's exactly what that is. Boop. Boop. And you UK dudes don't even know. You don't even know. Because I can't tell you. All I can do, and the only reason I'm doing this is because 78 on his stream mentioned something, and I don't even know what it is. Don't go looking through my videos looking for it, because I don't really even know what it is. All I know, boop, boop, bang. Jab that like button, baby. What happens if Brazil wins, though? Always a possibility. Yeah, but you know what's going to happen to AJ? Bam, bip, bam. Don't even fucking matter. It don't even matter. Don't matter. Don't matter. Still going flatline. Yep. Hammer's going to drop on his ass. Yep. Oh, and it's going to be a fucking analytical storm. An analytics storm. She said, career going to be on life support. You got that shit right. On life. Hey, Eddie, you hear me? People know, Eddie. People know. We know. I don't know. They know. Hell no. No simple ass, easy shit like you can explain away a failed drug test. You can explain away a failed fucking drug test. I don't know shit about it though. Hall report, these UK dudes got mad. More people are talking about the Wilder Brazil and Joshua. Of course they are. He's got no personality. You have no personality, AJ. I have big peck. Fuck out of here, man. Ain't nobody wanting to see that shit. Yes, sir. I'm from London, big homie. AJ is fake. He don't get no ratings. Hey, I don't doubt that shit at all. They be lying about that shit, but much love for the sport. I'm just telling you. All I got to say is this. Hey, man, Danny Dubois, be the real deal. Danny Dubois, you the next one up, homie. You the next one up. 2 words for AJ, testosterone exemption. I'm still waiting for an explanation. Man, he probably explain failed dress test by saying you ate tainted meat. Dog, that motherfucker could get caught with a bag of needles. He could get caught with a bag of needles, dog. If Fowler does lose, he probably has a rematch. Oh, I mean, you're talking about if he loses? Yeah, he'll get a rematch. Oh, it said even AJ's gold medals is good. Man, look, man, AJ's a corporate creation. And I'm going to say something too, man. We're going to switch on to this Mikey for a second. That's what happens with them. That's what happens when people are built. What happened to Mikey against Errol is what happens when you're a built fighter. When all your technique looks good, everything looks good about you, you got that, that pedigree, and then you get in there with like a real one. That's what happens. And that happens time and time again. And that's why I was so adamant about Mikey. And I said this shit, I don't want to disrespect Mikey, but I look at Mikey's record, and literally Mikey didn't fight anybody before he got to nobody until he got to 30 fights. They were all tomato. They were all fights that no one ever even put up a fight against Mikey until he got to 30 fights with Orlando Salido. And after that, nobody put up a fight against him until he got to Errol Spence. That's the second time somebody put a fight up against Mikey Garcia in his career. And Orlando Salido, even though Orlando Salido had 11 knockouts, those are the type of fights you need. Those are the type, if Mikey Garcia had 4 or 5 more Orlando Salidos, 4 or 5 more guys like that are really going to put the heat on him, right? Who are going to put the heat on him, who are good enough for him to beat, but really are going to put that heat on him. They're going to make him, have to get better. He still got his ass whooped by Errol Spence, but still, even like Lomachenko fighting a guy like Gary Russell Jr. and a guy like Orlando Salido, that shit did him well because he was in there in his first 3 fights. Now I know he had more fights before that in the World Series of Boxing, and he turned pro when he's 25. But it's just looking at his pro fights; those are 2 very tough fights. Gary Russell Jr. is going to make you work. That ain't no easy, and that's why the shit went the distance. He didn't come close to knocking out Gary Russell Jr. And then he fought after he fought Orlando Salido. But Orlando Salido, that was 2 tough fights. The first 2 fights in Vasyl Lomachenko's career were tougher prior to Errol Spence. That might have been tougher than Mikey's whole career on the real. Like, I guess you might say Robert Easter, but it's close anyway. Gregory Wise said, possibilities or probabilities, fuck out of here. Probability is extremely high in Wilder's favor. Yeah, man, anything can happen. Anything can happen, but I ain't worried about it. He's fought 40 times, man. People are talking about Deontay Wilder losing to the guy. He's fought 40 times, dog. And dude is Loma ain't a bum. Loma can fight. Fannon Big Baby was on Sway this morning talking about how he knew AJ was on something cheating test. Damn, was he? Hey, man, tell the truth, shame the devil, dog. Tell the truth, shame the devil. But get a personality, AJ. That's AJ's biggest problem in the United States. He doesn't have personality. For real. And he ain't got a fan base. No personality and no fan base. At least fake ass Tyson Fury, because now I know Tyson Fury are fake. Now I see all the fakeness on him. But at least he got a personality. At least he got a personality. Somebody is telling me, my dad was telling me how much I'm lucky to have 2 beautiful women in my family, in my life. Yes, because he just saw my wife and my daughter. They're coming back. My daughter just visited Purdue University, making her decision up. Oh, man, Gregory Wyatt, man, I'm sorry. Get that gone for you, dog. Oh, said, dang, Frank Sparty said, never bet against an old man in a career where men die young. You ain't lying. You had to do some shit. You had to do something to keep there, man. Keep it up there like that. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Papa, Lopo, Pros, Duck, Deontay. Hey, man, you guys got to come up with a new emoji. Let me help you. You got to switch it up. Okay? Beyonce, Duckante, all that stuff, all the plays off the name of Deontay, they don't work. They're not funny anymore. Okay? After you see them 1,000 times, they're not funny anymore. After you have been exposed time and time again, nobody cares what you got to say. Once the paid bots that would come by back in the day, you know, all leaving the same messages. Once Eddie Hearn got busted out for that and the traffic went down, dog, you out here by yourself, dog. It back. Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, man. Hold on one second. Oh, I almost said coot. I'm gonna say cool. Man, I think I made a big mistake, dude. I asked somehow my personal Facebook got connected to my messaging on my text, where I'm not texting from my phone, I'm texting from Facebook Messenger. I gotta take that shit off. The old dog in me, I ain't a dog no more, but when I was a dog, that shit would have been dangerous. I can't be doing that, dog. I gotta get that just off GP. I gotta get rid of that shit. Because that shit right there gets you in your marriage, dog. True, we stopped using names like ass juice months ago. Yeah, man. Dog, you got to stop. I mean, you know, you only tell the same joke 30, 40,000 times, dog, before it loses its, you know, it loses its zing. You know what I'm saying? It's losing its zing. But nobody really cares what you think because now he left you. He left you, dog. My man said, Megadon once said, ASAP. Yeah, dog, I got to get this off my phone. I think I uploaded Messenger on this mug. I'm about to get this shit up out of here, dog. Gee. Hey, what is it? ASAP Rocky? Was that what Black Fight Fan TV says? ASAP Rocky. I'm about to, hold on. Uninstall. Do you want to uninstall this app? Yes. Bah. Hell yeah. Dog, I got a playlist. Hey, man, I got a playlist. And I realized why I don't like rap, dog. When music left me. Talking about another subject just for a second, man. I was up to 3 a.m. putting together a playlist. I don't know what made me do it, but I ran into a song. Like, I think I can probably pull up the playlist. Hold on. I got a playlist. I think this might be a public playlist on my channel. But, dog, I was wound up listening to real house music for like 4 hours last night, dude. Like, I mean real. When by real, I mean disco. I don't mean any of that dingy crap that people call house music. I'm talking about the stuff that they used to play in the box, in Powerhouse, in the box, back in, you know, the mid 1980s, late 1980s, all of that music, dog. I swear to gosh, man. I was going, dog, I listened to music for 3 straight hours, song after song. I put one up on my community tab. I know it started it. The James Brown, man, for some reason I was picking up some food and they were playing Funky Good Time. And I was like, this shit don't even make sense. They got Funky Good Time playing in this hick bar. So I was like, put it on my headphones so I could hear it. I just brought it up on YouTube. After that, I was gone, dog. He said, our house club. Yes. Yeah, club music. That's on me, baby. Yep, Chicago's the home of house music. When I went there, they were getting down to that shit. Heck yeah. Could give you a dope playlist that will have you loving hip hop, not rap. Yeah, it's tough on doing that though, dog, because on the real, this music's so damn good, dog. Like Michael, like in listening to it, dude, I got stuck on Michael, on Off the Wall, and the last Jackson albums. The songs were written by Stevie Wonder. Dog, Mike was the shit. Dog, all that, like, all the Thriller, like Thriller and Beyond, that's when he crossed over and he was like, you know, pop star. I'm talking about that, you know, man, he wrote this song. Like, I listened to the words of this song, and God dog, man, what's it called, man? Hey, Ass Juice is still popular for Nada. Hey, yeah, Ass Juice still has that ring, dog. Yeah, Ass Juice still has that ring, dog, to it. You know, because it's so unique to him. That's like his name. That's like, you know, Carl the Truth one, you know, like Errol the Truth Spence, Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, or Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, Anthony Ass Juice Joshua. That shit just flows. Anthony Ass Juice Joshua. That's what they need to do. If he loses, say, this is what I'd do if I was Deontay Wilder. If it should be funny as shit. Say Deontay Wilder knock him out in the first round, and he wants that rematch. And Deontay Wilder says, look, man, you want that rematch, dog. 70-30. It's 70-30 my way, but I'll give you 65-35 if you come into the ring name of Anthony Ass Juice Joshua. If they announce you, Anthony Ass Juice Joshua, if they do that, dog, I'll give you an extra 5% on the top, dog. See if he turn that money down, dog. Don't play that. Don't stop till don't play that. Don't stop by Michael Loud. That's my hit. No, dog. No, let me tell you. No. There's a better one, dog. Oh, let me show you the way to go. Not a lot of words, dog. That was for real. That is for real. Let me show you the way to go. That's when I was like, wow, that shit was Mike, dude. That was Mike, like when Mike was Mike. Because, see, here's my thing, man, and I know I'm getting a little bit longer into the chat. I'll get back to boxing real quick. But, man, just hear me out for a couple seconds, dog. Just hit me for a couple seconds. Michael Jackson was a beast. And he was the beast that was like, he was damn near like, okay, let me get this right. I skip all the 80s and all that stuff when he blew up, when he got to where he was. But from the time he was a kid, right, a little itty bitty kid, he had all these dudes around him that were Hall of Fame musicians, right? And I'm not talking about just like the big names, even the writers, the people that were writing the songs, the people that were choreographing. That was like that Motown shit. He came out of the end of Motown, right? But when he's kicking it with Stevie Wonder, and remember, dude, Stevie Wonder between 1970 and 1978, dude, it would take up half of the award show with Stevie Wonder just kept walking back up there getting awards. You remember that? They used to crack jokes about Stevie Wonder, like, damn, he won another award? There's like every year it was like 6-7 times Stevie Wonder got up there and was a best album of the year, best single, best writer, best R&B performance, best this, Stevie Wonder. You remember that? Cats used to crack jokes about how much he was getting, how many awards he was getting, because as a songwriter, and at the height of disco, when Stevie Wonder and Quincy Jones were producing Michael Jackson, I mean, when Stevie Wonder was writing the songs and Quincy Jones was producing them, and you got Michael Jackson, that's when Michael Jackson just went bananas. Like, because there was so much good music in the 70s, like the 70s and 80s. But if y'all don't remember, it all got thrown away over racism. I hate the disco sucks movement. People don't remember that, man. The disco sucks movement, because that's Steve Dahl in Chicago where they were burning records and all that stuff. Dog, that shit looked like Klan meetings, dog. They put all their music, just took all their music off the radio, because they were outselling the Beatles. They were outselling the things that went on when Michael Jackson were going on before the 80s. They were saying shit about him when I was a little kid all the time. He's on testosterone. He's on estrogen to keep his voice high. He's, they're speeding up his voice tracks. They were doing all kind of shit to discredit that dude, because those other albums weren't selling, like AC/DC, all that stuff in the 70s, all that crap. They couldn't sell. They all had to do disco because that music took over so much. Disco took over everything. That's all people were listening to. And Michael was disco, but then that's when he switched to pop. And that's actually when hip hop kind of came up after they killed disco. But what they did is they took the music from disco and they put rap lyrics over the top of it. So now it's like they couldn't even bite the shit anymore. Because now they used to be able to bite it like the DJ, like the Bee Gees and all that. All right, man, my wife and them are here. But anyway, Yeah, man. I get back to boxing, dog. That's that Golden State Warriors music. Rod Turpin. Yeah, Rod Turpin from Heat Wave. You talking about from Heat Wave? Rod Turpin wrote a lot of the stuff on Shut Up, Zeus. Rod Turpin wrote a lot of the stuff on Thriller, but I think he might have done some off the wall too. They killed the Black Funk bands. Yeah, dog. They killed. Man, no, they killed it. But they couldn't, and dude, they still tried to kill me because nobody would buy any other music. You couldn't get any country music. Country musicians were going broke. You know, hard metal bands, they're going broke because nobody buying their junk because she was junk. You go listen to the music, like not just the words. Listen to the music. That music is bananas because it's a whole full fucking orchestra. You know what I mean? That's like, it's not like a beat machine, but it's a full orchestra. That's why house music is so hard. It was so hard for me to shift from that because the DJs in Chicago would play those, 10, 12-minute extended albums like Love Hangover, where it was just like, she would sing for like the first 3 minutes. And after that, there would just be a damn near symphony going on. Shit was crazy, dog. All right, from now, you familiar with Better Buttercup by MJ, written by Stevie? Yes, I am. Yeah, but Little Stevie, yeah, Chic, all kind of stuff, man. I got a playlist up, man. Even stuff like Evelyn Champagne King was cool. She was a little more commercial. Donna Summers was super commercial, but you got Phyllis Hyman, songs like that. Phyllis Hyman, rest in peace. They stole from us when we started something every time. Yeah, but they tried to kill that. They didn't try to steal it. They killed it. It was straight up racism, dude. Like straight up. It was crazy, man. They shamed people into not listening to it. Shamed people into not listening to it. And shamed radio stations into not playing it. But that's when I was like, that's why I told you about that song, Let Me Show You. And listen to what they're saying in the music. It's all positive. It's all about love. Like the Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, The Love I Lost. And it's all about love and, and togetherness and changing the world. And that one song by Michael Jackson, which was Do I Do is still the greatest song of all time. I like As better than that. As, to me, Stevie Wonder's best song is As. That's the best, to me, that's the best house song of all time. As by Stevie Wonder. Listen to As. The song doesn't even sound like As should be the title. Classic rock radio all over the country, but no disco or Motown stations. Things make you go hum. Yeah, exactly, dude. But that's what, even I think that these cats, like if you dudes are like wanting to do something different, because there's a lot of cats who are into music that are on the channel, that listen to the channel. If you want to do something a little different, go listen to those extended LPs, man. The extended LPs in the 70s. And how because those are mixes, but they're real instruments. Listen to how long they extend those beats and how long that can play in a party. That's what I'm saying. It was built for a party. These songs, right, that they have now really aren't. They're built for the radio for like, what are they, like 3 minutes? Something like that. I forget what they say, 12 bars. I don't know how to keep the bars, but it's like really short. The song starts and it's over, right? Their songs were meant for people that were going to be at a party for like 6 hours. And so that shit was like 10 minutes a pop with the orchestra just going crazy, dude. People start putting out 10 crazy 10-minute beats. That would be interesting just to challenge people's attention spans. 16 bars. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know nothing about music. All I know is that, man, ass LOL for real. What's that? Anyway, man, that's my thing about about music, man. Zoom, Commodores, yep. There's a whole bunch of really good stuff. Commodore is more like country, man. They kind of sold out early, dude. Even R. Kelly, yeah. R. Kelly, man. See, like, for example, shoot, that's what you can tell. I can tell that that Kanye West is from Chicago. Like, I don't even like they're all his creativity. Yeah, he sounds like somebody on the Hot Mix 5, dog, tell you the truth. That's who can he sounds like Ferris Thomas. That's who he like reminded me of. He's like These beats are something that like Ferris Thomas would put together. Ferris Thomas is more like a spin DJ, kind of like but that's who he puts me in the mind of, like a Ferris Thomas. Hey baby, Purdue baby, awesome. Yes, my daughter and wife are back. They had John Travolta. Yeah, John Travolta's crazy. Pepsi tried to get Mikey with fire. Hey, I do believe they dropped something on that dude, man. They shot that dude with something. They shot that dude with something. Tell you, man, they don't want to see nobody like Mike. Mike is on a trajectory, dude, that is bananas. His trajectory is just pop out the top, dog. I'm telling you. Like, there's so few people, like, if you project like that, all that COINTELPRO stuff, you ever heard that COINTEL stuff, pro? Like, the J. Edgar Hoover trying to stop the rise of a messiah type of stuff. Dude, who would fit that? People always think that shit's politicians. To me, I find that funny. That people are like, this is Patreon for real, but people always think that's a politician. I would never think that would be a politician. Like the number one that they would go for was Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I don't think so. That's not, if I was a scumbag type of dude trying to figure out who to stop, it wouldn't be a politician. Half the people don't even listen to them. I heard Sinbad talk about that house music on it. I'm telling you, man, it's really just disco, dude. You don't gotta hide the name, because for real, that's what people did with house music. They just hid the name because they shamed the name disco so bad that you can't say it till this day. Till this day, you cannot associate, you say house music. But the only reason it's called house music is because it's albums they already had in their house. What albums did people have in their house in 1983? They had disco albums in their house. The same disco albums that people ransacked stores, took all of the albums out of the store, took all the albums they could find, stuck them in a big pile and burned them. That was musical terrorism. Go back and look at that, man. That was musical terrorism. I was there. That shit was scary. I didn't even want to fucking say, you walk out of the house scared to say you like Stevie Wonder. I remember being in like the third grade. It was the third grade, I think. And they were like, everybody bring an album. No, I was a little older than that. Might have been sixth grade. And everybody like bring an album to class. And my brother had a bunch of albums. So I grabbed Songs to the Key of Life. I took my brother's Songs to the Key of Life album. And everybody else was playing a song from theirs. I think I was going to play As. And then I was like, that's disco. And I didn't want to do it because I went to school with a bunch of heavy metal, like, Black Sabbath. Listen, that was musical terrorism, dude. And the reason why, and that's why all these people talking about, oh, let me tell you the history of house music. Man, you don't know shit about the history of house music. I'll tell you what's going on. We said, meet me at the disco, homie. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, and funk. I'm telling you, though, people say that they know the history of house music. No. House music is literally music in your house. It's not the high energy stuff. That was stuff that the DJs would mix into it. But we would listen for hours, dude. I'm telling you, hours of back-to-back James Brown, Stevie Wonder. Man, what is this chick who was real big, man? God, dog, I can't. First Element, like those ladies' First Element. Errol, Melvin, and the Blue Notes. Dog, it would be that for date funk. Exactly. Parliament, stuff like that. That's what that is, dude. But they had to change the name to sell it on the radio, right? Because they put it back on the radio. It was in Chicago, it was on WGCI, WBMX, V106 every night, every Friday night for like 3-4 hours. It would be the rest. That one when they would play, the Hot Mix 5, and they would play. There wasn't no popular music on at all. You weren't hearing any type of popular music, regular type of music other than Michael Jackson. They play Michael Jackson everywhere. But when that shit hit, it would be that for hours and hours and hours of nothing but disco. But they called it house so that they wouldn't allow, so nobody would attack them. And you wouldn't have to feel embarrassed and feel like, damn, if we say we're going to have a disco, because it was the same clubs. The Box was a disco. You had a bunch of dudes who were running around, but a bunch of dudes like Sylvester type of cats in there. You'd have the room smoked out, like with the smoke, the fake smoke machines and the starlight and the ball, all of that stuff, man. They were still doing it in Chicago, in the city. Anyway, man, I still have albums right now. Yes, sir. One Nation Under Groove, but just that's the history of it, dude. It's called Deep House, dog. It's house. It became Deep House after after it kind of spread and people started putting that techno high beat mix music to it. That's when it was high. It wasn't separated at first. It's just house. It was house. Then it became Deep House after people tried to put all that crap into it and called that house. That's crap. To me, that's crap. People, and for years, I would go to, when I moved to Chicago, when I moved to DC, people were like, oh, you like house music? I don't like that shit. And they would play it, and I'm like, I don't like that shit either. Why would I want to listen to that? That's not house music. We call it high energy, actually. What you guys call house, we called high energy. And then at a certain point in time, the name high energy, once it went national, really, all that ding 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 ding, all that stuff, and the terrible stuff, just terrible. That's all I can call it. Just terrible crap. Gave me a headache. That's when people were like, "Oh, I like Deep House. I don't like that," because you had to give them an explanation for it. But then when hip hop came, really, his large part is Deep House music on top of rhythms. And that's what Chicago gave. That's when, in my opinion, that's when really hip hop took off for me, is when the DJs from Chicago left and went to New York. When Farley went to New York, Ron Hardy died before he could go to New York. But when Farley went to New York, when my favorite, what's the dude's name? Frankie Knuckles. When Frankie Knuckles went there, dog, it was rad. And then they started taking that music and putting the music over the top of it. Steve Silk Hurley started doing like mixes on the radio. That's when it notched up, because you had that really great music behind it. That's what everything hip hop used to be like. Damn near everybody was doing James Brown. And they were like, "Oh, you're sampling." And people wanted to start suing for sampling, and all that stuff started coming up. But anyway, hell yeah, Frankie Knuckles was the truth. Frankie Knuckles in Chicago, dog, was the truth. Like, and that's another thing, man. I never really understand. Same thing as colored music to rock and roll. Yeah, exactly. Same thing. Same James, exactly. Same thing. Same thing. And soon, I hope young people come up with something else. I'm waiting for the next. Like, what's next? Like, when are these kids from Mississippi? When are these kids from like Mississippi and Alabama going to do some shit that's different and be like, you know what? We're sick of this. Yeah, been here and done that, man. Okay, we got it. It's the same song over and over again. We get it. What's next? That's where I'm like, when is the next, like, when is the creative, when is the evolution of black music going to shift? That shit's going to be something to be seen again, because that's the magic, especially in the South, and just my experience, right, of being around a long ass time now. Man, you cannot beat that music of the South, dog. When they really kick something off, dog, when they really get something, dog, that should be beautiful, man. Beautiful. It's just sometimes be mad like James Brown. What James Brown out of Georgia, South Carolina or something like that. But dude, listen to James Brown. Just listen. Like, oh man, dude, that was something different. Next doesn't look promising. Oh, it will be, dude. Oh, dude, it will be. It's gonna pop out of somebody. Trust me, it's gonna pop out of somebody, or some people somewhere doing something, and it's just gonna go up, because you could have said the same thing. You gotta remember, man, I was listening in the 80s. This is for the young folk. I'm telling you, it's gonna change, because it always does. I didn't know, I was with disco until when everybody else burning albums, we were still with disco. And then it shifted into hip hop, right? What people calling hip hop, but that's not been that long. And that was really, I think it was like the rap, it was over around 90, right? Like it was rising in the 80s, started in the late mids, really started in the 60s with the Last Prophets, I think. The Last Prophets, right? That spoken word type of thing. And it was always there, right? And then like Curtis Blow and those guys, you know, Run-D.M.C. creeped up with Run-D.M.C. right around, it really hit the top with Tupac and really jumped off with Tupac commercially with Tupac and Biggie. Because that's when it became really national. And then the South came in a little bit after that. But now it's over. It's everywhere, right? But that's really what 20-year cycle now? I'm not more. I'm sorry, more than that. 30. Is it a 30-year cycle now? About 1990 to about 2020, right? So it's shit. That's a 30-year cycle now. It's gonna peak out, dog. And because now you're getting crap. You know what I mean? You're getting crap. Cardi B is like, I like Cardi B though. Don't get me wrong, but she's doing the same thing that Trina was doing. Sell ass. The creativity is kind of going. You know what I mean? Just being real. When your main attraction is you selling, when you start selling sex and you're just selling just like that type of stuff, you know, it's about running cycle. It's not, there's going to be a kid born now. There's going to be kids born now, like my kids who could be my grandkids in 30, and you know, they'll come to their dealing around 20 years from now. You know, hip hop and rap is not going to take a 50-year cycle. 50 years, that's too long. 50 years is too long. It'll peak off by then. It'll go back to something else. It'll change somehow. I don't ever think that people will ever get rid of like the spoken word aspect of it, but even that's leaving. Because if you listen to these mumble rappers, they're not even rapping. Whatever the fuck they doing. That's not shit. That's just not, you know, that shit ain't Rakim. You know what I mean? That's not EPMD. That's mumble. Blah, 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 blah. They're singing now. It's even now. It's what Drake is doing. He's singing, but not very good. So, you know, you get to start seeing these people that can really sing. Like that's when you start getting people again that can really, really, really sing. Really sing. And I'm not talking about John Legend's fake ass Nat King Cole impersonation. I mean a for real Teddy Pendergrass, Mahalia Jackson type of just whoa type of singing starts happening again. It'll take it over, dude. Because singing is a mug, dog. And there's not a lot of just real, just, you know, that. Anyway, you get my point, man. I be hearing 50-year-old men listening to that crap and want to slap them. Yeah, man, I just, you know, the music is good. I'll give them that much. The beats are good. I mean, how can you not get stuck behind the beat? But at a certain point in time, everything runs a cycle, man. Everything runs a cycle, you know? And honestly, man, it's like Cab Calloway, right? Back in, when was Cab Calloway? The 30s and the 40s, right? Howdy, 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 hi. Hody, 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 ho. You know what I mean? That's kind of a version of that too. Throat singers, yeah, tripping. I got a few new sounds coming. That's what's up, Ali Voso. Yeah, beats are good, lyrics are done. Yeah, lyrics is done. It's just, you know, it is what it is though, man. But look, man, I got my family back in town. Much love to everybody. Let me check out these super chats. I know we took it, shouldn't be too many because we took it way off boxing today. But let me just go check these real quick, man. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. We got a little bit off the boxing topic today. Cats are crazy, dog. They be cats try to turn super analytical when shit don't, when it's an answer they don't like. Killing me, man. They turn into financial investment, man. They turn into like MBAs and stuff. Hey, man, Seven Body said, Eddie said AJ versus Wilder make 80 million in the US. People are dumb. My man, Michael Johnson, Boxing Talking More said, meet me at the disco. Yes, I say, oh, Jared, and my man, I got everybody else. Do I do what you do? Yes, sir. That's the bomb, man. A lot of that stuff is the bomb, man. It's great stuff. But all right, man, look, man, I'm about to bounce out of here. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Please, look, I got to end this with this. I'm at 47 patrons. I really do invite you to the Patreon, man, because I got projects that I'm working on, trying to get to 500 subs, trying to get 500, big supporters of the channel to the Patreon. If you can join the Patreon, it would be greatly appreciated. The content is good right now, but it's going to get more focused as we go on. But that really is the big push for 2019 and 2020 for the channel. And but I really do appreciate everything you guys do for the channel. Thank you so much for showing up every day and supporting. It is now 2:19. Oh, said the show is hot. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, that's the real push we're gonna do, man. But seriously, I want to get on some I really want to get on a combination of things that are political, but not in Democratic, Republican type of stuff. But even like the discussion we just had about disco, like not people really think, I've never really heard anybody ever really talk about how disco died and how that really was an act of musical terrorism in the United States that took place and shamed people into ruining the careers of damn near a whole industry. And it was very, very racially motivated. And I still believe that there's that attack are the same type of people that drug Michael Jackson from that time forward. A lot of people think like we get stuck on that child issue that came up in the 90s. I think that really started in the 90s. But you got to understand, he was getting drugged, really getting drugged. They were accusing his father of being a child abuser and beating him. They basically did. They just shifted the attack from Joe Jackson onto him and added a sexual aspect to it. But it was the same thing. They used to be on 2020. Michael Jackson wasn't on it, but the rest of the family was on there defending Joe Jackson because they were just like, we can't support anything related to Joe Jackson because Joe Jackson beats his kids. He hurts his kids. He's this terrible man. They're not the family. They're not the family that you think they are. They were smearing that dude for way before he was an adult, smearing him way before that. And that just shifted. But, it's hard if you weren't there. If you didn't pay attention to that whole time, you would think that the first time they came at Michael Jackson was his skin color, or they were so bad that a guy is saying that he's got an established disease for his skin, right? Which is, I forget what it is. Reverse, that disease most of these dudes would pray to have, the disease that Michael Wilborn wants, vitiligo. It's like, man, I got vitiligo. I didn't want to just bleach my skin out, but people wouldn't believe him for anything on that. And it's like, man, you got people all over in every neighborhood in the country that got that. I mean, they got people in Chicago that you'll see walking down the street and half of their faces bleach white, right? Their hands bleach white. And they eventually over time turn completely white. That's a legitimate thing, but they wouldn't give it to him. They just acted like, no, that's not real. It's Michael Jackson, so we can't do it for him, dog. So I'm just saying, man, for now, my boy, what's good, Brandon Ivy? He said they tried to do the same thing with Serena Williams and their father. They did terrible. With Serena Williams, they just tried to cheat her to start with. The stuff that they did to her at Indian Wells, she's going to be tennis. People don't understand, man. These people are going to be really twisted in their head. Tennis will twist you up. Don't be surprised if all of them go crazy. Don't be surprised because they are the tennis player, even like Tiger Woods, man. Like my daughter plays tennis. It's a country club sport. And it is mentally, my son plays basketball. My daughter played tennis. My daughter, the amount of mental stress on her from tennis is 100-fold worse than what my son does in basketball. 100-fold worse. She had to walk. I'm not even going to get into it, but it's one of the worst decisions I ever made is getting her into that sport. I had no idea how strong Serena Williams and Venus Williams had to be to survive in that output. And my daughter did very, very well, does very, very well, and is a very strong woman because of it. And I think it's going to really pay off in her life. But when people like blast on Tiger Woods, dog, you got to understand, man, if you ain't been around those type of people and see how they behave and how bad they cheat. Did you guys see, for example, that cheating on the high school tests where these really, really wealthy people basically bought people to take, paid people to take their kids' test, was bribing people $100,000, coaches $100,000 to get them on a team so that they could get into the school and then just quit? $100,000 cash? That's how bad they cheat. Can you imagine? You have any idea how bad they cheat at sports? They cheat so bad, it is bananas. My biggest argument my daughter used to have is like, my daughter refuses to cheat. And I ain't lying. Sometimes I'll be like, look, if they're going to steal from you, steal the shit back. But she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. If the ball's out, if the ball wasn't out, the ball wasn't out. But those kids will cheat you, and they cheat right at the right time. They're trained to cheat. Dude, Tiger Woods went through it. I'm telling you. You guys should feel for that cat in a long way. Yes, sir, those not so smart kids. Yeah, but even the smart ones are cheating. Dude, look. If you have that much money to get people to train your kids to take the tests, train your kids, you get tutors. First of all, the teachers in your school are way better than everybody else's teachers, right? Way better to begin with. The teachers are better, right? Then you have things like this, like in the school district that my kids are in now, they text me when my son gets homework on my phone. Like, I know what his grades are day to day. Like, I can check we're not waiting for report cards. Right? Inner city kids, you waiting for report cards. They tip, if you might not call it tip, but they put their whole finger on the scale. Whole finger on the scale. I'm just telling you, man. They cheat, which is why there's a whole lot of issue. Like the way these people come with Anthony Joshua, that's the same mentality. They don't care about the truth of Deontay Wilder's popularity. They just want to win. And they will do whatever they need to do to win. Lie, cheat, steal, included. Just being real about it, man. Fannon, I just locked in. You already touched the way. Yeah, Moses, I already did, man. And I got to roll out of here, man. Yeah, gymnastic is very hard on people, too. I have to believe it. If you're not super, super tough, if you don't have the attitude that you just don't care, like you don't really have that ability just to not care, and to have supreme self-confidence, dude, if you have any twist in your confidence, it'll shut you down, dog, because they will combine to shut you down. But Tiger is accepted his situation. No, man, Taskmaster, I'm telling you guys I'm telling you from a very, very good source. Okay? Just like I would tell you if 78, not quite this level of good source, but not far off from it. If 78 Sports TV is telling you that Deontay Wilder is a good dude, I'm telling you, Tiger Woods is a good dude. Tiger Woods is a good dude. Tiger Woods does not doubt that he's black. He's not confused about that at all. He's not confused about it. The dude likes white chicks. How many black folk like white chicks? That doesn't necessarily mean that you don't think you're black or know you're black. That Kablasian thing was a joke. Just like when he joked about, he told this joke about black people having Big Johnsons. He was joking to a bunch of models about the size of his personalness. Dog, when you go look at trans sport, I think it's trans sport, it's out of the UK. Go look at when Tiger Woods was 14 years old and they first put him on like that, the first thing he said is that he could be the Michael Jordan of golf, and that he could bring a lot of black people into the sport that'll really like the sport because of him. That's what he said was one of his goals, was to expose, to be the Michael Jordan of golf, where he could bring a lot of black people to start liking the sport. He did things like where there was like segregated golf courses. He bought them and made them public golf courses. Look at the things that he did, that he's done. Look at the kids in his academies. Half of those kids are black. I'm telling you, man. Tiger Woods is not a coon. I do not see that at all. He speaks very crisply, very cleanly. Dude, he got a whole black family. They don't publicize him. But he's his wife. Half these dudes cheat on their wife. But you're gonna run this dude all the way into the mud? What did he do? I'm still waiting on knowing what Tiger Woods did. Tiger Woods had his wife beat him upside the head with a golf club, and she's the victim. Anyway, but that's just, I'm just telling you, man. He's hard to understand because a lot of cats don't really, you just got to be there. Said Tiger, goat of golf and pulling women. That dude had a problem though, dog. That dude right there. Dog, this dude has got like 30 chicks. I think they probably, but if it would have been grown men, he would have been he'd have been the greatest thing since sliced bread. Okay. He'd have been the greatest. I've seen Tiger Woods in a major competition get a purple paint bomb shot at him in a golf tournament. And all they did is move the camera. They didn't even say anything about it. This dude is literally up to, what is he up? I think he might have been like 2 shots up. This is a major. He's going to win a major championship. There's helicopters. You ever remember why he used to cuss like that? Because cats would rent helicopters and fly the helicopters on over him in the middle of his shots. This cat would be about to golf, and a purple paint bomb got shot at him. Somebody in the crowd had a paint gun and went bah, and that shit landed on the green, dog. All they did is change the screen, and he went on, looked, and made his putt. Who has to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Who has to deal with that? Fannon, I wonder why ESPN canceled AJ's interview, because they already knew the Wilder was the most popular in the world, man, because he's a punk. Probably because they know what we know. When we're speaking of intelligence, we're considered, no, Jay, yeah, nah. Some people might call you that. And not even say speak with intelligence, speaking King's English. Let's change this a little bit, because I talked about this and other stuff. Man, just because Deontay Wilder speaks perfect English. Perfect Alabama English. Flawless Alabama English. If you are in where he lives and you go into a store and people start talking, he understands everything everybody's saying, and everybody understands what he's saying. That is his language. If you're on the south side of Chicago and people are talking and they all understand each other, they all live in the same area, they might speak 100 miles an hour, blah, 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 and they all speak 100 miles an hour, it's you that doesn't speak that language. There's nothing wrong with the way that Deontay Wilder speaks. The only time that Deontay Wilder sounds stiff to me is when he tries to adjust it. When he tries to adjust it, it comes out awkward. It comes out awkward because he's literally trying to speak a different language. He's trying to speak some common dialect that everybody in the United States, all 360 million or how many million people are here, and 160 million, all of the whatever, I don't know how many hundreds of millions of English-speaking people there are in the world, but so they all can understand him. That could be the same thing for cats in Ireland. If somebody from Ireland was speaking, they speak 100 miles an hour, you ain't gonna understand. You might be able to, as long as they're not speaking Gaelic, right? And I'm not talking about if they speak Gaelic. I mean, if they're just speaking, right, English, or even Man, go listen to IFL TV and listen to some of those dudes start talking. I have to replay many videos on IFL TV because I don't know what the heck he said. There's been several times, man, what was this guy? Man, like those the domestic level fighters on getting interviews on IFL TV, like Cheeseman and guys like that. Man, it shit sounds like this. Blah, 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 blah. Why do they speak proper English and Deontay Wilder doesn't? I understand him better than I understand them, but ain't nobody telling them to correct their English because that's their language. How do you feel about the Jacobs fight? It's cool. I think Canelo's going to win. Wilder tries to translate for everybody else. Yeah, man, I just wish you would just speak. Just speak. Let it go. They're going to act funny about it anyway. So you might as well just speak. Speak so that you're flowing. Whatever that is, just let it go. That's how I would like to. That's what I wish you would do. And make me try to understand you. Just full out speak. Like, in however you speak. Speak. But that's why I like Chomsky. Spence or Pac-Man, Spence. If you go Northern England, that's like they're talking a foreign language. Yeah, man. It's like, you don't. Dude, everybody speaks differently. Everybody. And it's nothing is better or worse. One's not better than the other. If you can explain a thought, and most, like I said before, most of your language is in your head, and the purpose of it is you understanding things. It's not to communicate to people. I would just say, just speak like you speak. You ever listen to Muhammad Ali talk? Country never stopped. He just went. He just said it. Whatever you're thinking, just say it. Just let it go. It is what it is. If they don't understand, they don't understand you. They understand you more than they understand Canelo Alvarez. You speak better English clearly and quickly than Manny Pacquiao does. Right? Manny Pacquiao is right? Stopping because he doesn't. That's his language is even further away. But people don't give him a pressure like, oh, he's from the Philippines, so we'll give him a second. Let me try to figure out what he's saying. Say if you're from the South, do the same thing. If you're from New Orleans, do the same thing. What's up, Fa? What's good, Neff? Yeah, Neff, what's up? Neff. What did he say? Well, you should figure that out because you're the one that wants to know. Okay? There you go. That's how I say, man. Just be yourself. I think you should just be yourself, man. Patreon Dimitri said, Deontay Wilder is an American black. That's why he gets that type of treatment, and it don't help that bootlickers are a big part of the hatred. Man, them bootlickers are just the worst. They're the only ones that I don't even care about. I don't even care about anybody else. Doesn't sweat me for 2 seconds what anybody else has to say. I'm buying a pay-per-view. You can tell me from Great Britain that Tyson Fury is the reason that I bought the pay-per-view. I don't have to argue with you because I know Tyson Fury is not the reason that I bought that pay-per-view. I bought that pay-per-view because Deontay Wilder is fighting. I have a Showtime subscription because Deontay Wilder is there. Because Tank Davis fights there. Because Errol Spence Jr. fought there. He's on Fox now or whatever. Because they fight there. Because Sean Porter fights there. Danny Garcia fights there. That's why I have it. I know that because I know that. You don't know that. You have to guess because you're not here. Okay, so I don't care about that. But these guys, the ones that are just jokes, the ones that really are stealing from us, that bothers me because they're stealing. You are trying to speak as you're being an apologist, which is stealing credibility from the masses of black people that think generally close to the same way. There are some truisms that 99.9% of us agree with. 99.9% of us. I don't care if they're 12. I don't care if they're 20. I don't care if they're 80. I don't care if they live in California. I don't care if they live in New York. 99.9% of us think about the same on most things because we have a common experience. But the bootlickers, that 0.1%, because there's 40 million of us, There might be a couple thousand of you that run your mouths and they give you mics and stick a mic in your face and say, there is discourse. I mean, there's disagreement and discord. No, there's not. Ain't no discord. There's him. He's just getting paid to say this crap. And you're putting a mic in his face. No, we all know the deal. Everybody knows the deal. Everybody knows the deal. But these guys will come out and say, Deontay Wilder is not the reason there was a pay-per-view. He was the pay-per-view did well. It was the UK guy that never fought, that fought here one time before, and his fight didn't do well. That's why they didn't bring him back. I'm being fair and unbiased. That's the technical definition. You know what bias is for these cats? Bias means that's why I'm saying what I think European Americans want to hear. That's their definition of unbiased. It's not being unfairly prejudicial. Their definition, the functional definition or the technical definition of what they mean by unbiased is, I'm going to say what European Americans will not get mad about. That's what I'm saying. And I listened to this one clown video explain it, where he's like, well, I was so wrong about this because I thought Roy Jones, then he lost to Tarver. So now that's why I'm unbiased. Oh, you're unbiased now because you got ran down by a bunch of people who didn't like Roy Jones when he lost. And now you don't want to be in the situation being run down again. So now you're just going to be unbiased, which means you're never going to say anything that will make that you think will make them mad. Not even something that they think that might make them mad. Most European Americans that I've met don't even have a problem with it. They don't even have any problem with you thinking what you want to think. But you so scared of them. You're like a dude scared of a chick. Like, oh, I don't want to go near them. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say what I want them to say, what they might get mad at me. 90% of them won't even get mad at you. They know the truth. They ain't confused. You just scared. That's for real. Trying to tell you, dudes just scared, man. They scared of their own shadow. I know this. I know the feeling, dude. I know it. And I'm going to tell you how I know this. Because I grew up around nothing but European Americans. And I know what black people who come into that environment for the first time, I see how uncomfortable they are. And I feel their insecurity. I'm not insecure because that's where I'm from. I know them. I know the difference between Mr. Dvorak and Mr. O'Shaughnessy. Okay. I know that this cat I know the beef between that guy and the Catholic guy. That's who I grew up with. But they come in there thinking it's all one group of people, completely scared, wanting to make friends. They see a couple of them who will outwardly and thinking, oh, none of them like me. And you know who the last person they'll talk to is? Me. They'll want to fight me. And that's happened. They'll want to fight me. I can tell you how many times I had to whoop a black dude because this dude is trying to show off for other people. Like, man, I say, what's up? Dude won't speak. Walk right down the hallway. Right? And then when they want to prove that they're a tough guy, who they going to cut? They go after the other black guy. That's when they want to be the tough guy. And then they get slapped up. But I'm just telling you, that's what it is, man. That's those dudes, man. That's those dudes, dog. And that's why I don't got any time for them. And I should call them by name. I should call them by name, but I know who they are. I try to raise my son not to be that dude. Don't be that dude. Don't be that dude. We play basketball in the inner city. Because I'm like, nah, dog, you're going to have to be able to be around black people and be comfortable. Okay? And my son is, I'm going to say this too, my son is a very, very, he ain't got a lot of color. And if his hair is short, It's really curly, but if it's short, it's straight. And it took him a little while to figure out why he looked more like them than he looked like me, right? But he's not mixed. My wife is just, very Creole chick. You in Louisiana, you'll get the point. But no, those dudes are the most fuck boys of all fuck boys. I'm telling you. Them dudes are fuck boys, dog. True fuck boys. Always trying to appease. They trying to appease before they even ask to appease. That's what I'm telling you. That's what Malcolm X talked about. They care more about the house than the master does, because they are trying to impress them, and you impress somebody by trying to overdo it. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, and it confuses them. I shut one dude down. I know this dude ain't mentioned my name since, because I know what you're doing, but you ain't getting no money, are you? Are you? Keep saying my name, getting these people that they ain't giving you no money. None. You doing it for free. They're not supporting you. You guys couldn't get 30 cents. You could do a live stream every day for 10 hours for 2 months, and you wouldn't get $2. Would you? Because they don't support you. They don't want to encourage you to do anything. They think you're a joke. But you're a useful joke. Nah, my wife don't look like no Whitney from... My wife don't look like Whitney from Different World. No. Hell no, dog. I'm just say Mr. Shaughnessy is a wrongin'. What? Mr. Shaughnessy is cool, dog. Kidding me? Mr. O'Shaughnessy, by the way. This is dope. Glad to be here. That's what's up. Them Irish dudes are straight. I kick it with Irish dudes. Hey, man, if we ain't fighting, I'm cool with Irish dudes, for real. I don't never. People will be all like, man, the Irish, hell no. Unless an Irish guy shows me something funny, Irish dudes always get the benefit of the doubt out of me. Always get the benefit of the doubt of me. Trust me on this one. Unless an Irish guy does something funny to you, give him the benefit of the doubt. If he's a policeman, he's in uniform, hey, look at him like you would look at any police officer. But just generally walking around and talking to people, you'll have some of the most interesting conversations with Irish guys. Telling you, very, very, very interesting conversations with Irish guys. Irish guys are cool in my book. Eastern Europeans, a lot of times, they're cool. Like if Lomachenko as long as they ain't been here too long. if they're second generation Eastern European, but the first generations, you can chop it up with them. They're war torn. So they don't call them the fire Irish for nothing. Yeah, I ain't want to fight them dudes. They love to fight. I saw a dude get mopped. I saw this dude get mopped by this Irish dude. Oh, God, what was his name, man? Finley. It was Mike Finley. Was it Mike Finley? It was something like Mike Finley's a basketball player, but the guy's last name was Finley. It was something really close to Finley. Real cool dude, man. Like, I don't even understand how anybody would ever want to fight the dude. Real freckled-faced kid, bunch of red freckles on his face, skinny dude, but he boxed. And this dude tried to start, man, all you saw when it was over was blood. I mean, dog, when I'm telling you blood, I mean blood everywhere. I was like one of them blocks in the street, right? And you just looked at the block in the street where the fight happened, dog, that whole block was red. And the next block was red. And they were like, what? It was like, Mike waxed that dude. Like, they didn't say, like, Mike kicked his ass. That's what he said. Mike kicked his ass. I was like, yeah, I ain't fucking with Mike, dog. But you would have never known it, dog, because Mike just minded his own business, dog. Some big cigarette smoking burnout talk crazy. That dude beat him like he beat him like he stole something from his mama. That shit, he beat that dude like he slapped his mama or something. I was like, God, dog, Mike is like that. He's like, he shouldn't have fucked with me. He's like, he shouldn't have fucked with me. I wasn't even doing anything. Why is he bothering me? Hey, man, remind me not to bother you, Holmes. He was just, I mean, and when he whooped him, he just whooped him easy. He's like, pop, 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 pop. His ass, but bust his ass up. It's true that is it true that the Irish are the black sheep of Europe? They were very, very, very mistreated. I wouldn't say of Europe. I would say because Europe is so big, but I think it would be better for you to talk to somebody who's Irish. But man, they were pretty much enslaved. It's close to not chattel slavery, not like the buying and selling type of slave, but they couldn't do shit. They had this thing called the penal codes that they lived under for a very, very long time. It's skipping me how long, man, but they were getting basically what happened to blacks in America, other than the selling of it, you know, the chattel portion of it, all the you ain't got any type of rights, you know, the right of I think that might have been the Scots too. I'm not as abreast in my history of that particular region, but man, they had big beef with Britain. Big beef. And they did not have the rights of an Englishman. And that's what was given to them when they came to the United States in exchange for turning on black folk and not supporting any type of revolutions in the colonies. Short story of that, dog. Oh, he said a boxing person. I saw an Irish chick beat a girl top lip into her braces, so I get it. Yeah, dog. Yeah, yeah. Not willy-nilly with them, I'm telling you. They're not, dude, they're not your prep school kids, okay? Just telling you. And the other people, like you go to those neighborhoods, other people you never mess with, top two groups of people you don't play with. Okay? And black folk not taken into consideration, right? Never fuck with no Vietnamese, never fuck with no Irish people. Italians you can fuck with, for real. You box them. I mean, because they get with you in groups, but individually, I've been fought a bunch of Italian dudes. I never really thought Italian dudes could really fight that group of them, and they don't play, right? They'll bust a bottle upside your head, that type of stuff. One-on-one, Irish dudes will fuck you up. Like, if you can't fight and they can, you could get mobbed. Those Vietnamese, they don't play. They'll come out, they'll go to jail, dog. You might come up missing something. Like, you might come up missing a hand fucking with them. They'll come out. We were playing basketball with these kids. I wasn't there because I ain't stupid. We used to play basketball, and we would have half of the court, and the other basket would be the Vietnamese cats. And these are Vietnamese cats from Vietnam. I mean, they're not like, they weren't speaking any English. I doubt very much that they spoke English. They're working in, whatever their community economic system is, right? But they would play basketball in like groups of, 16. Like, there would be 16 dudes all playing 1-on-16 basketball. It was crazy. It was like really disorganized, but they loved playing basketball. Didn't know how to play for nothing, but they loved playing it. So we used to just play on the other side. Black kids just play on the other side of it, little like 9.5-foot rim. So all we were doing is dunking. One day, the black kids in the neighborhood decided that they wanted to run full court. And that the Vietnamese kid had been on, the Vietnamese men, by the way, not kids. I'm going to say kids and not kids. The Vietnamese men were over on the other side of that court. So they ran them off. They ran them off because, these dudes are big. They're kids, 18, 19, 15 of them, because they had enough to run full court. They didn't want to play half. So they were like, they just bullied them off. Like, oh, you got to get up out of here. Y'all been on this court too long. We running. So what they did was they just started running, right? Like they would do to other people. You just start running in the middle of their game, right? Like they're playing. You call 5-on-5 on the other side, and you just take out the ball and start playing through them till they get the point and get off, right? They got the point and got off and came back a half an hour with 15 of them came back with machetes. Chopped one dude swinging the machetes too. Cut one dude's hand from like here to here, like caught dude's hand and cut it clear through the hand. And when the black kids saw the machetes, they ran. They ran for the wind. But dog, it was gonna be a bloody massacre out there, dog. Straight up. Said all these Asians, South Asians, Cambodians are crazies like that too. Don't play with them people, dog. For now, you know who mob? Gypsies. All of them mobbing with family members. Yeah, dog. Dude, them gypsies mob you. Them cats in New Orleans will mob you. I ain't never seen nobody mob like them dudes in New Orleans. Them little ass dudes from whatever that project Lil Wayne is from. No. Do not play with them. They will come out in droves. I mean, droves. God, dog. They're looking for doing nothing more than to mop you. And definitely don't let it be in the middle of Mardi Gras. Because them cats used to surround. It's a running joke. Every Mardi Gras, some smug, cocky, drunk dude from Wisconsin or somewhere gets hit with a ugly reality, dog. People can easily surround you in a crowd of 1,000 people. If there's 1,000 people walking through a street, dude, a group of people can surround you with the greatest of ease. And somebody will walk up to you, ask you what did you say? You'll bump the wrong dude. They will see you walk down the street. They will be like, all right, that's that dude right there. That's that dude right there. Then they will walk past him. Some will walk past him. Some will stay here. Some will stay behind. The dude he bumped will walk up and they will all beat the shit out of him. If you go that way, bah. And they do that shit for fun. Holly Grove, yep. All them Holly Grove cat, man, they scared me to death, man. That's why I'm telling you, man. It's even like to this day. People are like, man, you going to the fight? That's the first thing I think. That's the first thing I think. Like, man, I want to go to this fight. Man, I want to go to this fight. But there's going to be a lot of people at that fight. And I don't know that neighborhood. And I get in arguments with people. So, dog, that's the first thing that comes through my mind, dog, with crowds. I like to be well away. I like to be able to, where there's nothing behind me. You know, nothing, but there's an exit behind me and nothing behind me. If I'm somewhere where there's people all around me, dog, that's how I grew up. I'm telling you, that's how those cats are out there, man. It ain't all peaches and cream over there, boy. Your mama trash. Your mama trash, loco, Chris. See, that's German descendant people, and yeah. Said fear isn't mobbing. He bounced. Hell no, he bounced up out of there. But look, man, I got to get out of here, man. Much love to everybody, man. I don't think I missed the super chat. But I'm for real, man, about all that. We just chopped it up today, though, man. I appreciate everybody. All right, y'all. Peace.